You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love.
Hello there. Welcome to the Flushing Look podcast. Dee-dum-dee-da, 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 dee-da-dee-dum-dee-da. Let's meet the Plucky Girl assistants. We have the Brian.
Hello.
Over there. No, over there. We're on Zoom, so it's backwards. And down there is... Well, it's Dr. Sinister.
And an ass.
So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mums and dads, aunts and uncles, we are looking at Dr. Sinister's ass. Okay. Oh, by the way, that back then, I decided to do an instrumental instead of lyrics. I thought it was, change things up a little bit. Right. Tell you what. Play safe. Play safe, Siobhan.
Spoilers.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Because there will be spoilers.
Oh yes, there's spoilers coming. I can feel them in the wind. I really shouldn't have eaten that last night. Right. So, you consider yourselves duly warned, quite frankly.
Julie, she's a nice girl.
It's like, well, yeah, she's a nice girl, but Hugh, you're insane. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right, so we put the spoiler thing in because we've no idea where the conversation's going to go. We're not going to start off talking about... well, we are going to start off talking about Doctor Who, but not tonight's episode of Doctor Who. We'll talk about that presently. Right, I'm trying to think where to start. Tell you what, let's do the usual. Brian, week 2, how's it going? And I do like that background. I'll say that on the show. I like that background.
Thank you. I like this background
It
a
does
lot.
works nicely. Hello, Christian. We have a viewer.
It's going.
It's going, is it?
It's going.
Are they
I'm
living
turning the room I'm sitting into from an IT closet into an IT department.
Wow. Does this basically just mean you have to wear a tie?
No.
Or is it a bit more than that?
It's cleaning out 5 years of crap.
Oh, dear me. Wow, if that's all they've been doing in there for 5 years, no wonder they're up shit creek.
Mm-hmm.
Yes! Thank you! Thank you for that! Oh, come on! That was a good one.
The ass is laughing.
Yeah, that doesn't reassure me. Sinister, how's your week been?
My week's been very busy.
In a good way?
Yes, in an adequate and acceptable way.
Oh, this pleases me. This pleases me greatly. So, let's move. My week's been fun, and actually been very good for me. Very shortly, we will have an update on the Fencegate saga. However, Friday just gone was Otherstide Eve, otherwise known as my birthday, and I tried to arrange, like I do every year, for a group of us to get together in Crawley, just to go out for a quiet meal. Nothing righteous or anything else like that. But
Not a pub crawley.
yeah, not a pub crawley. Anyway, people started dropping out. There was people who had problems with COVID and this, that, and the other, and it was getting to the point where there was just going to be 4 of us. And that one there, yeah, one of you decided, actually, it'd be a good idea. Why not ask them to come up here? We can go to a Beefeater, and I can bring the family. The family who had, to be fair, already eaten.
It's complicated.
Okay. And so it was spur of the moment. I called Adam, and he went, yeah, all right. And then it was a case of we're going to use both cars. It'd be ridiculous us using both cars. We decided to use both cars. So we ended up at Peace Patch Services charging, which was pleasant. And then something else happened. Oh, yeah, we drove up. We decided to do science. You see, our cars are under the skin. They're essentially the same car with just the odd tweak and the odd twiddle. And so this was a really good way of just sort of seeing how they performed. You know what I mean? Doing the same route at the same speed. So I followed Adam on the way up and just using the radar to keep the correct distance away from him, the correct speed and everything. And then he did it on the way back. And there's not much in it. There's not much in it. We've got to do a proper drag race at some stage, but I think he'll win. Yeah, and then going for this meal, which was very pleasant. Had great company. Thomas was there, Sin obviously, Adam, Liz, the kids, and it was. I was saying to Adam, it felt like I was in my 20s again, when suddenly plans changed and I'm jumping into a car and going God knows where. It was wonderful. It really was. It did me no end of good. Thank you very much. Seriously, thank you. Brilliant idea. And I needed it, so thank you. So, prezzies. How do I start this? We'll start with what Adam gave me. This is only part of what Adam gave me. But it's a set of these bouncy, wobbly Daleks, which wobble. I suspect you're supposed to stick them on your dashboard or something. I don't know. Or do a version of Magic Roundabout with them. So they're nice. There's the silver and blue one that looks like it's from Spiridon. The Chief Dalek, that's the gold one, and an Imperial one, which is nice. Then, Sinister, knowing the currency in which we deal, got me this.
Ooh.
I am one away from completing my half of the supply for the project. One away. I've got two of these little beauties now. Thank you for that. And then I haven't put a photo up on Facebook yet about this. I wanted to do it on the show first.
Oh, dear.
Mm-hmm. Sin also bought me a cup with a lovely photo on, as you can see. It's Tom and Harry. We like Harry. And what does it do on the other side?
No tears, Harry.
No tea, Harry. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. To the point, you and I, at some stage, are seriously going to have to use one of these ideas as a business option. Because those cards, we haven't come to the card yet.
I think the picture I've chosen is exactly the point where the Doctor says, "No tea, Harry."
No. Nida's not there for that point.
Is he in the back?
No, he's gone already. He's handed them over to Tane.
No, on the mug.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I have to watch Genesis of the Daleks again to see.
Oh,
That'll be
dear.
a hardship. And anyway, the birthday card, which I am hoping will be a prototype for lots of greetings cards. This. Oh, dear. That's what it says at the top.
Davros says it is your birthday. And Davros is never wrong about anything.
Do you know something? You know, you get lots of well done, not well done, but happy birthday wishes on Facebook. I've done fairly well this year. I'm very grateful to people. This thing, the photo of this thing, has been adored by everybody. I abused my off-target privileges to put it in there because I genuinely thought, actually, no, that does belong in there. And Ah, it's genius. Absolutely genius.
I had great fun making that.
I am sure you did. Like I say, if it wasn't such a small... See, I don't know what the market would be like for it. Because they are quite niche, but at the same time, stuff like that, I reckon, would go. It would sell up to a point. Whether it would
Well, you
sell
would have
enough
to have
be...
popular references to Niter and Davros.
Oh, we wouldn't just be using Genesis. Oh, no. No. There's lots of different things. Mind you saying that, I did come up with a thank you card idea.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to receive.
No, there is that. Or you can have thank you. That's what I wanted. ... Turn inside to know / to eat / to feed the clams with. Delete as applicable. It's a thought. But there's got to be what. Yeah, there's tons. Oh dear. The trouble is, he said, I want to do one with Garland, which just basically says, look, you're wrong. But there's no occasion for that.
I think you should have one of Ronson being exterminated as a get well soon card.
I was thinking as a sorry you're leaving card.
It's even better.
You and I shouldn't be allowed to talk to each other. We really shouldn't.
I guess the Khaled dome blowing up could be, I hear you're moving home.
Yes. Oh, dear. Right, anyway. So I actually had a brilliant birthday, and I'm very grateful to everybody for that. You all know some birthdays are good, some birthdays are naff. This was a good one. This really was a good one. And the joy of this is, because quite a few people couldn't actually make it, we're going to redo it, but we're going to do it at the local cafe. Which means everyone can have breakfasts except Adam, because he won't want it. Yes, I was actually looking at one of your number 10 breakfasts, and I was so tempted today. So tempted. So it's a local cafe, the Santa Maria Cafe in Broadfield in Crawley. Best cafe in Crawley. Best coffee and best greasy fry-up stuff. Lots of it. Lots of it. Nice atmosphere as well. I wonder if I can charge them for that. Fence gate. Do I need to do a recap?
I think you do. It's been a while since we had a fence gate.
Basically, my fence blew over. I went through months of trying to get the fence repaired by the landlords. Eventually, they did repair it, despite with all sorts of toings and froings and whatever in between. They didn't do it properly, so I had to get a little man in to basically put wood over the holes he'd left in the fence so the dog couldn't get out. However, because Guinness is Guinness, they didn't spring for a new gate. They used the old gate. So, fair enough. But they removed the locking mechanism. And I got to have the locking mechanism on the gate. I can't have the gate opening. For a start, it freaks the dog out and she starts barking her head off. God knows how often. And also there's a chance she might run away. And so I was talking to my little man and he said, I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll get you a number lock, you know? Beep, 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 beep. And you can get in that way and you can give her upstairs, my transphobic bitch of a neighbour, who got her comeuppance this time round, as you're about to find out. But she could have the copy of the number so she has access into my garden to get to her gas meter. Just as I'd chatted, the day after I chatted with my mate about this, I was just slowly hobbling towards the car, and her upstairs comes walking down the pathway, and I thought, it'd be nice. Hello, I'm putting a lock on the gate. Don't worry, you'll get the number. You'll be able to get in there and whatever. Then I started getting missed calls from Guinness Trust, the landlords. They finally got hold of me this Friday, just after, make a note of this, just after my mate had been to fix a lock on, and we actually went back to the old tried and trusted padlock. Apparently, for the past 2 weeks, she's been complaining she's been locked out of my garden. There was no lock on the gate at all. She didn't even look. And she's been hassling the landlords over and over and over again about it. So I started laughing, quite frankly, because you stupid, hate-filled fool. You know, they don't take her seriously anyway. But, well, it's getting to the point I'm going to have to turn around to them and say you're going to have to stop doing this because you're enabling abuse and prejudice by constantly doing this. So, yeah, that's the end of Fencegate. It is now locked up. And Trixie, it's all safe and dandy. So I'm happy. I hope that's the end of Fencegate. It was a saga. And I think we should release a Blu-ray of it in HD, if I'm honest with you.
Film rights?
Yes, you mentioned this. We'll discuss them.
We can get Sigourney Weaver to play you.
How much money would you have to pay Sigourney Weaver to dress up like a hobo?
She'd
Mad
jump
cat
at the
lady.
idea.
Mad cat lady.
She wouldn't want charging.
My car does after this weekend. Goodness.
Well, if it was Jamie Lee Curtis, we could always take her for a run in WoW.
Oh, she's a big one on WoW, is she?
Yes.
So's Henry Cavill, I believe.
Yeah.
Bit of a hardcore raider at some point. That's good. News. Anybody had any news?
Two of my friends got married.
Yes, and you're what remains of the wedding.
If you call me the remains, yes.
Well, I might be exaggerating slightly.
There was much drinking. There was dancing. At some point, the bridesmaids called for shots.
Jesus.
It gets a little blurry after a while.
I reckon half hour in, maybe after the food. After the food, I would have gently vanished because I don't drink.
Oh, I hung out with the guys. See, this particular friend of mine works at the local game store, and we're all friends. I've known him like 17, 18 years. And everybody from that's close to him at the game store was invited to the wedding. They shut down the game store because everybody was going to be at the wedding, who's normally at the game store.
Stuart got married.
And this is, why we don't have drinking at the game store. We kind of rammed that one home.
I remember out in Jersey, the local comic book store, it was called Alternative 3. Alternative clothing. I actually managed to get an outfit like Troughton's, but it wasn't Troughton's outfit, if that makes sense. I used to like that jacket. And I did go in there, 'cause I knew the owner, and for Christmas he'd brought his homemade Baileys. That was an experience. That was fun. Yeah. Homemade Baileys. Don't get much better. Right. Okay, look, it's burning a hole in our pockets. We're going to have to do something about this. Ladies and gentlemen. And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who's. first of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Sinister. You were mostly right about a weeping angel being good.
Said that from episode 1.
I know, that's why I'm congratulating you.
Said it last week too.
You did. Did you do it the week before?
Wasn't in that one.
You could have done it just for completion.
Didn't.
All right then. But well done you. We've come fresh from watching this, so memories are going to be a little bit vague. This is
I have no.
Thank God for that.
I have my memory.
I don't. Yours or mine. What the fuck just happened, basically? A section of Britain has been taken out of time and space, but it's split in half by a time jump from 1901 to 1967. Did anybody actually get the date?
November 21st.
2 days after the day I was born, this happened.
Your fault then.
Yeah.
How could you?
Yeah. This explains why my mum tried to kill me when she was giving birth to me. Right. Okay. Good. Oh, that was a memory. 21st.
Today?
I know, it's ridiculous. I feel quite chuffed. It's only 2 days off my birthday. How ridiculous is that?
It actually aired on the day it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Same as the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
It obviously planned long and deep.
Same as the Amy Pond's wedding, I believe.
I don't know.
I think that was the same day.
Okay. This story in places had vibes of the demons and image of the Fandal. Especially the earlier scenes in the graveyard. That just reminded me of the demons a lot. Lieutenant Hugo Lang is back. The only man whose career actually properly survived the Twin Dilemma.
Yeah, I was going to come on to that.
And he was brilliant. Yeah, the whole thing was a trap by not the Division. They started just calling it Division to capture the Doctor.
Bring her back.
Because she's still fugitive.
Yep.
I need to go back and watch this one again, not because I didn't understand anything, but I want to absorb it better. I was eating during the first bit. God, this was good. We're 4 for 4. I'm seeing people's tweets and whatever saying, don't think Doctor Who's been this good in years. And it's a bit of a turnaround from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, year before last. Yeah, year before. No. Last year. Last year? I don't know. I can't remember. That's how regular Doctor Who series are nowadays. Who wants to go first?
I believe we have a volunteer.
And hang on a second. Stop showing off, Sinister. Go on.
The man took notes, for God's sake.
I know. Come on, it's not the Flashing Blade way, if I'm honest with you, being prepared. But what the hell?
Okay. I've got some comments, but they can basically be boiled down into 6 words.
Hang on. What would the Doctor do? No, it's only 5.
The 6 words would be, holy fucking shit, that was good.
Okay. All right.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That tracks.
Do me a favour, though. Can you actually say what you mean and not what you think people want to hear?
Right. I'm gonna start with my one and only complaint. Very hard to hear the fucking dialogue in the opening TARDIS scene.
Again, have to go back and double check.
The
But
doctor with the two cables was wittering on about something, and what?
No, again, the sound mixing has been a problem for quite some time on Doctor Who, to be fair, and it's an industry-wide problem. For
Yes.
some reason, they've got it into their heads that music has got to be so loud.
So anyway, that's my only complaint. Kevin McNally, I've always felt sorry for him being in the Twin Dilemma, an utter shit show of a fucking story. And his career has obviously gone stratospheric.
Oh, yes, very much so.
He's been in the Pirates of the Caribbean films. You know, he's been in all sorts of stuff.
Designated Survivor.
Yeah, he's done some Big Finish. He was in Dalek Universe.
Yes.
Anyway, and I thought when I heard him in Dalek Universe, I thought that's nice. But he's come back, and what an episode to come back in! I mean, wow.
It's a cracker, isn't it?
I like some of the dialogue. The Doctor's saying, "The other only problem is."
Yes.
That was a bit Matt Smith, I thought.
Yes. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yep.
Yeah. The images in this episode were stunning. The colors of space. Again, I know we keep saying it every week, but it begs repeating. This beautiful exploded planet. You know, if you see space in Star Wars, it's very monochromatic.
I'll agree with you there. There's not many nebulas.
No, it's very, very black and white in Star Wars. And it seems even in The Mandalorian, when he goes to, you know, the core worlds, I would have expected to see, you know, it really, really bright and many more stars because, you know, at the center of the galaxy. But no, Star Wars just seems to have a consistent space idea of what space looks like.
And remember, you can get sound in space.
The space in this is just, the colors, it's just stunning. Also, some other images that stick in my mind: the edge of the village crumbling away, and just, like, fucking hell. I mean, that was just like amazing. The split between night and day, not so much, but it was okay, you know. And then you've got the fight with the angel that's being printed off on the lie detector, and it gets scrunched up, and then it's on fire. And then at one point, you've got an angel coming out of the fucking TV. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was amazing. Also, when the Doctor went into Claire's mind, and you've got the kind of the spur of land, and they're sort of facing each other, that was just, I mean, we're talking next level imagery here. This was just astonishing. It really was. The Doctor's transformation at the end, spoilers, into an angel.
Yep.
That was absolutely amazing. The imagery, the angel patterns on the walls, and suddenly there's hands coming out. I mean, it was just, it just blew me away. It really did.
Is your head full of fuck?
My head is full of fuck.
Okay.
I've got a few other sort of comments. The concept of quantum extraction makes me think of, what is it? Is it called extraordinary rendition? You know, when the
CIA basically grab somebody wherever the fuck they feel like and take them. Yeah. Yes, basically.
Yes, yeah. I mean, maybe.
Very much reminded me.
Good evening, by the way, to our fans at GCHQ.
Hello there, Langley.
Hello, Langley. How are you doing?
We love the president. Not the last one though. He was shit.
Wrong colour for shit, really.
He was going that way.
Unless you eat a lot of carrots.
One other very slight niggle. I know it's difficult. one of the angels was moving ever so slightly.
I
Yeah, you
saw
saw
that.
that too, didn't you?
Okay, so it wasn't just me. I'm
Okay.
not going
Well,
mad.
it first happened when I think Kevin McNally was moving a torch around. And I thought, is that angel moving? And I thought maybe it's just the light. But then behind Claire, there was definite wobble there.
And then when the doctor was leaving the tunnel, the arm moved ever so slightly.
Yeah. But
To be fair, I think that's the first time I've ever seen that with an angel.
Yeah.
yeah. A couple
I'm
of
surprised it got through.
nice. I mean, some more nice dialogue callbacks. There was the contact thing with the mental link.
What did she actually say? Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. It sounded slightly garbled.
Yes, she did say it to.
I missed that completely.
She did say reverse the polarity of the neutron flow when I believe the scanners were hooked.
Yeah,
up
she
to the
sonicked
angel's
the
head.
scanners, but
I
it's
totally
the
missed
word
that.
neutron. I'm not sure if it was that word. I'm wondering if she just fiddled with it a little bit.
And there was another dialogue callback when I say run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've made another note of it here. That fight in the basement with that angel was just fucking amazing. I can't say too much. And then one final note. Did anyone think the theme music was a bit muted before we had that mid credits? The music was
It wasn't just muted before; it was muted afterwards. The bass line was taken right down in the mix, so you essentially just had the melody going.
Yeah.
Then you had shit. We've gone Marvel Universe. It's a mid-credit scene, and then the music kicked back in, muted still until the next week trailer when the bass line kicked in.
And then it picked up again. It was interesting. I thought that was just interesting.
I thought it was quite beautiful, actually.
I like how they did it.
Yeah.
Have we ever had a mid credits scene before?
No, we haven't.
That's the first.
The only two times I can think of when they fucked with the end credits are when Adric died, spoilers, and at the end of the Five Doctors.
And all they did with that was change the music up a little bit.
They blended the theme tunes together, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
but I got to say, I have never been a big fan of Jodie's portrayal of the Doctor because I didn't think she had the acting chops. It's not because she's a woman. I'm doing it purely on the performance and on the scripts. I think the scripts have let her down, but holy fucking shit, this is good Doctor Who this year.
give her the script, and away she goes.
Yeah, this is absolutely. As long as they don't drop the ball, this could be some of the best Doctor Who we've ever seen.
The way she's playing the Doctor at the moment, it's reactive as instead of proactive, and she's desperately trying to deal with about 15 different things at once and keep the plate spinning, and it shows.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell the stress is there.
The wheels are coming off.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jodie definitely has the acting chops. I think it's been the scripts mainly that have let her down.
I think you could be right. Also, who was it? Siobhan, did you say something last week around it took 3 series to get somebody in the role properly or something? I'm sure somebody said something about that last week. I could be wrong.
Hang on. Brain doing working.
It's a bit like Davison, right? To Davison, I'm not knocking him, but his 3rd season was pretty good compared to the first 2, which were a little bit wishy-washy.
I still don't like Series 20. Series 19 I do like, but he is finding his feet as the Doctor. Frontios is an almost perfect depiction of the 5th Doctor, mainly because it's written by the guy who created him, Chris Bidmead. The old man trapped in the young man's body. 3 days. 3 days. We don't know how long Pertwee was in hospital for. No, it can't be 3 days. Tom, possibly, because there's that gap between him regenerating him and him getting back to the TARDIS, and also it's during that time he goes off to help the Mordi expedition, which will come back to bite him in the face.
Anyway, I'm done. It was. I still don't know where this episode's going. This story's going. I mean, it's just, as I keep saying every week, the fact that the story's got time to breathe is doing absolute wonders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Christ, yes. I'm loving this long-form storytelling. It's a blast to the past. We've got proper cliffhangers back each week.
Well, if you think about it, this is a 6-part story, but they're double-length episodes compared to classic Doctor Who. This is Dalek Master Plan sort of length story.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I will give
Not only
you that.
but you have 6 different plots playing off in one story.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't screw the landing. They've got 2 episodes left. Every producer has had, in fact, every series probably has had the Duff story. We've got 2 episodes left. Can we buck that trend?
I think so. I think as long as they don't dwell too much on the side stories. I'm loving the pacing they're doing.
I was going to say, Brian, do talking.
Yeah.
With them doing the side story with what's his name, Grey Worm's wife and kid traveling the universe trying to find him. If they handle that correctly and don't make it an overbearing plot arc, I think they're on to a winner.
What, just a small little arc of one man trying to find his missus?
Yeah.
However, I will point out something from the next week trailer. The Serpent is back. That's Vinder's boss. And something to do with Earth as well. Hello.
It's interesting because what you've got is a universal galactic event, and you're seeing the fallout, all the different races and people trying to react to it.
Yeah.
It gives it an epic scale that these people are just representative of.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not just Earth. It's everywhere.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Do you want to do some more talking, Bri?
I just did more talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that it? Is that going to be our review of it?
If Brian
we did
Brian's finished, I've got one more thing to say, but I don't
we did
want to
like it.
Brian.
Okay.
Go ahead. Say your one thing.
Right. How many spaceships cocooned the Earth in episode 1?
7 billion?
Okay, 1 for each person on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a gap because somebody nicked a Lucari ship.
Right. No. It's a matter of scale. Do you
How big
know
were those
how
ships?
much room 7 billion people would take up on the planet Earth if you were to cram them all together in one big mass?
But they're not cramming them all together in one big
No.
mass.
I'm not. That's not the point I'm making. Do you know how much room 7 billion people on Earth would take if you cram them all together in one big mass?
Texas?
No.
Central Park?
I think when it was about 6 billion, it was standing room only, but you could just about get everyone on the Isle of Wight.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say the mini.
No, on the Isle of Wight for 6 billion. So we're talking Isle of Wight kind of size. You could get everybody on the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's not much, is it really? So 7 billion spaceships, I mean, they're not very big spaceships, is the point I'm making. And yet, they were able to cocoon themselves around the Earth at a much greater diameter than the Earth, implying that they're bloody huge. But
How
they're
far
not.
from the Earth were they?
Well, not that far, but even if they
Are
were...
we sure?
Even if
there's
they...
a scale.
Even if they were clamped onto the Earth itself, we saw one of those spaceships today, and it's not that big. Just saying.
Do you want to write to Chris Chibnall or shall I?
Not that fussed.
Okay. So, are we happy with that then?
Yeah. Yeah, I love this episode.
I do think it's going to be another one I'm going back to rewatch, just to soak it in.
I think I'm going to do the rewatch once it's all done.
Again, that's another good idea as well.
Just binge it some weekend.
Yeah. Well,
But-
that'll be good.
Talk about a base under siege episode.
Oh, it's marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. And talking of Kevin McNally, I loved his character. I really did. Yeah. So,
And we haven't even talked about Peggy.
no, either of them.
No, we didn't even mention Peggy.
That was sad.
Yes, no.
What happened to her godparents or whatever they were? That was quite graphic.
Yeah, but they deserved it.
well,
They were horrible.
I don't think she did. He, on the other hand, I don't want this.
He was a
He
dick.
deserved it.
Yeah, I want that. Thank you very much. So I'm going to cheat.
So basically, the Weeping Angels, this is an extraction squad working for brackets the division,
Yes.
and the division will quite happily use anybody.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
Is this the best Weeping Angels story?
And much like the
That is
first one they did with them.
Blink.
No, not that one. No, I'm sorry. The one that expanded on them. The one with Matt
of
Smith.
Angels.
Flesh and Stone, Time of Angels.
Yeah.
That was quite good. But I think you might possibly be right, which is ironic, really, because I think it's the first time the Angels have been written by another writer in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And
And it's completely in line with all the lore.
yes, very much. It's stuff we've seen before. We know the Angels can do.
And unlike the two-parter we just mentioned, they were weakened in that story, weren't they? They were desperate for energy.
Yes, yeah.
These guys are not fucking around.
No,
No, they're not.
no. It's whew. It's been a ride this year.
Mm-hmm.
It really has. Okay. There's just 2 episodes left, which is a shame, but there we go. Fingers crossed, basically. All right. So, moving on to Big Finish. We're going to be talking about 2 Big Finish things. Mainly because Big Finish have been trying to kill us with overwork. And, yeah. So, do you mind if I go first, Bri?
Go ahead.
All right, then. I listened to the new Unit box set. Unit Nemesis.
Nemesis?
Anyway, basically, someone's discovered a stone archway. And...
Does it flush sideways?
No. And it's from tens of millions of years ago, apparently. And in the first story, they're trying to understand what's going on. Unfortunately, it enables the 11 to escape from the world he was on. Now, we like the 11. He's very, very good. The second story, well, it's Australian. It's set in Australia. And the one race of creatures you don't expect to see somewhere like Australia is the Ice Warriors. Because it's a bit hot. However, they deal with that very well. And Harry Sullivan's in it. Somehow transported from the 80s, I think. Absolutely brilliant. Loved that. A lot of fun. And then the next one's not a heist thing. It's basically 11 is after a series of duels. They've actually got special powers in them, and the 11 co-opts, takes over indeed, a criminal gang to go and rob all these things. And finally, Tom Baker gets involved. The curator protects the Undergallery, and he deals no softened blow, I think is a good way of putting that. It's yeah, that's the best way I can put that. It's possibly the most enigmatic the curator's been. Very annoyed Harry Sullivan didn't get to meet him. I say, aren't you? Maybe that'll happen one day. But is this box set worth getting? Yes, it is worth getting. It's a lot of fun. The 11 is always fun. And what the hell? You got Kate Stewart and you got Osgood. And Osgood. And like I say, the icing on the cake is Tom coming in and just utterly fucking the 11 up with some brilliant concepts. So go.
Who plays Harry?
I'm terribly sorry, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I should have done, but
Any good?
yes, it's not a perfect vocal impersonation, but he's got the character. And Harry's character was a huge part of him, quite frankly. He's, Bulldog Drummond stuff, whatever. So that was Unit Nemesis. Go out and buy it, because I recommend it. Sinister, you didn't bother, because you were doing work. So, Brian, because you're a prevert, you wanted to listen to Jenny.
I like the Jenny episodes and stuff.
Tell us about them.
Well, this is Jenny still running. It's her second disc set. It's 4 stories. It's inside the Maldivarium, which has Dorian Maldivar returning. You have Altered Status. You have Calamity Jenny, which is as fun as it sounds.
Okay.
And then you have her own worst enemy. Kind of sets it up inside the Maldivarium, where Dorian is up to his usual tricks of, power gaming and getting secrets and everything. Jenny finds a TARDIS. Ooh. She doesn't keep it long, unfortunately. It's an old TARDIS that
Is she still flying around in the spaceship thingy?
she was still flying. She was flying around in multiple spaceships. Let's put it that way. She believes that when she liberates a spaceship, it becomes hers.
Okay.
She tends to name them after herself too.
Okay.
It's honestly, the humor in this is as much of a reason to watch or to listen to as anything, because it's smart, it's funny, it's upbeat, it's on point.
Now, you see, I've been waiting for you to do this because I didn't want to listen to it until I got somebody else's viewpoint. Because I just didn't want to listen to it. But now I will.
It's very refreshing.
Okay.
It basically explores all the aspects of her. And then in Calamity Jenny, while things are going on, it's funny too.
All right, don't spoil it for me because I am going to listen to it.
I won't. There goes my notes.
Oops. You were going to share the review with Thomas, but Thomasia. I've got to get used to that, Thomasia. Which she was gonna come on. Oh,
You owe her coffee.
It's tricky. I owe her coffee. You're more than right there, Brian.
Yeah.
But however, I came prepared. Last time I went up there, I left half a jar of decaf.
Okay. Well,
So,
there you go.
fair enough.
But yeah, definitely watch or listen to this. Georgia Moffat is an executive producer on it, and she explains, hey, look, the reason we took so long in between the first disc set and the second one, I had a kid and then COVID. It's understandable.
So it's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what? All throughout your review there, I was suffering, to a certain extent still am, a huge dose of deja vu. I can't explain it. I can't put into words what... Oh, that was weird. I'm getting that quite a lot nowadays. Oh.
Maybe you're unstuck in time.
So I thought you were going to say unstable. I was going to say, yeah, that's about right.
Is it because of my theory that there is only one consciousness, and at some point you've been Brian and you remember doing it when you were Brian?
I don't remember her being me.
Well, she hasn't been you. She's in your future, Brian.
No. She is not Sam Beckett. She is not hopping through lives, putting right what once went wrong.
No, fucking things up by accident, I think, is a far better way.
That's about how it happens.
Yeah. Oh dear. I'm like, oh dear. Witch Finder Newton Pulsifer. Well done. From Good Omens. That I can fix this computer. Bang. That's essentially me. Yeah. So 2 good Big Finish box sets then.
Oh yeah.
We can't really
Thumbs up.
discuss it because we haven't got the shared context. But this is good. I have no idea what's coming up next. It could be Stranded 3. It might be the new 9th Doctor box set. I'll find out.
Well, just to let you know that this coming week is Thanksgiving in America.
And
Lots of food, lots of football, avoiding the stores next Friday and next weekend entirely.
so you have plenty of time to listen,
I hope so.
I would have thought. I am hoping that the gaming family can get together sometime this week for a Thanksgiving.
That would be nice.
A Thanksgiving maggot lair run.
We could do early on Friday because I have Friday off, as does most normal people in the world. Well, America.
I have Friday off. Oh, talking of which, when is the 27th? Or is it the 24th? I can't remember. Hang on. One is Wednesday, one is Saturday. Yeah, it might be Saturday. Sorry, it's my booster shot.
Just
it's booster
be around at 8 p.m.
on Thursday.
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, righty-ho. Well, aren't we RPGing on Saturday?
Yes.
Oh,
8
right.
p.m.
Okay.
your time. Yeah.
No. I was talking about us getting together and Diablo lowing.
Oh, yeah. That'll be Friday.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Good. Stuff and things.
Things and stuff.
So. We watched Doomwatch. I'm going to let Brian sum up the plot for you.
Blah, blah, blah. Leaded gasoline is bad. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a
Thank
dirty
you
whore.
very much. That's what I needed because I couldn't remember a bloody thing about it. Thank you.
No problem.
Kid that kicks the ball up onto the roof, goes up to get it, and it dies, basically. And it turns out that this week's Doomwatch thing is, as Brian said, lead fumes, and which was a big concern back in the 70s. And
Oh, should we mention that Ridge is
yes. Now you see
in the nut house?
We have missed a lot because of the missing episodes. Ridge had gone, if I remember rightly, gone a bit nuts and threatened to do something stupid. I don't mean to himself, but ecologically speaking. And so, yeah, he's locked up in as you say. So we've only got a couple left now. Look at the relief trying to break through Brian's face, but knowing there's still a couple more.
Okay, I got this covered. I'll take care of this.
Okay, fair enough. But this is season 3. And I don't know what next week's one's called. Oh, hang on a moment. I might actually be able to get it up quite easily. Fnar. That was Waiting for a Knighthood. The next one is Hair Trigger. The one after that is
Good.
The one after that is Sex and Violence, which I think I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure that was the band episode.
No, not the band episode.
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think so. So, yeah, I know we don't go into too much depth about Doomwatch, but there isn't that much really to go into unless you're Anthony Brown. There just isn't. I enjoy it. I like watching it, but I'm not going to take it apart. It's there. No.
I like more sci-fi in my sci-fi.
Yeah. Anyway, on the planet Xenon, big burly men are running around. And there's the Seska who are pretty women with telekinetic powers. Thanks for that, Bill Hartnell. Cheers. And Villa's trying desperately to open the door to the hangar bay, otherwise Scorpio's going to be destroyed. And Scorpio's the only way off the planet. I'm sorry, I thought this was the biggest load of sexist shit I'd ever seen.
It's an episode about sexism with inherent sexism in the episode.
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
That whole
Dreadful.
the whole crap between Avon and Perla, the
Perry?
blonde, huh?
Perry?
Something like that.
Yeah, it begins with a P.
Yeah, the whole thing. She's knocking him around, and he's like, "And men will always be strong."
Yeah.
It's like,
It's just- and then I'm going to
supposed
force
to
you
be
to kiss
anti-
me. Hashtag me too.
yeah.
It's, yeah. Yeah, I got problems with that one. I'm sorry, but I do. There are some good ones coming up, but there's a couple
We're
of
waiting.
stinkers to come, I'm afraid. There are.
Well, it's the final season.
Yeah. Like I say, I was trying to say about Doctor Who, every season normally has at least one duff episode. When are we going to get this year's?
This season gets worse before it gets better.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, Cindy, talk. Do talking about Blake 7.
The most distracting thing in this episode is the mud. They're fighting in the mud all the time, and all you can hear is they're fighting in the mud.
So there's that. There's the whiff of Federation uniforms.
I mean, what I will say about Series 4 is, not unlike a previous series of Blake 7, there is an ongoing storyline, and there is a story of them trying to kind of, get back on their feet after the loss of the Liberator and that kind of thing. It's a bit of a filler episode. We never, spoilers, Brian, we never see these people on the planet ever again.
No, really?
In fact, I think we only go out onto the planet once more.
Yes.
Headhunter.
Yes, with a certain robot. Yeah.
And a bridge.
Yeah, and a bridge. The only good thing about this episode is the line that I will continue to quote for the rest of my life.
Go on.
When Avon shoots the woman at the end, whatever her name was, he says, "If you didn't want the answer, you shouldn't have asked the question."
Yes.
Just Avon being an utter bastard. This is why we love him.
Congratulations card for exam results. Congratulations on your discovery of the Mark III travel machine. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a bit of a throwaway episode.
But they get their teleporter back.
They do get the teleport back.
Do you know why they changed the teleport?
Go on.
Because quite simply, that effect is a lot easier to do than the old Liberator teleportation
The
effect.
swirly is better than drawing a line around people.
Yeah, it's easier to achieve.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
the sound, it sounds more like we got to talk about that. I was going to say a Star Trek transporter, but we'll talk about Trek in a moment. Don't know how to end on a down, but there we go. Carry on, sorry.
I think I'm done. There's not much to say.
There's not much to say about it, really, is there?
No.
No.
They-
And Sue, what's her name, shows up.
Sulin, she turns
Yeah.
up right at the end. Yeah. There is, I mean, she got paid for bugger all with that episode, Glynis Barber. But, I mean, all I was going to say was there have been other attempts to do male societies versus female societies in science fiction. The one that springs to mind is the episode of Space 1999, where they enter a planetary system and one of the planets sends out a gigantic spaceship which lands on the moon and then starts firing missiles at the other planet. And one planet is men, one planet is women. They're all equally shite.
See, that was one of the things I was going to suggest.
Buck Rogers did it too.
A watch of Space 1999, Series 1 only.
There's a series 2.
There were rumours.
I cannot watch series 2. I've tried.
Nope.
I cannot do it.
No, can't be done.
No.
No, afraid not. Who was I talking to on the phone? Might have been Alistair. And we were basically... I was talking to somebody about... Yes, it was Alistair. Yeah. Okay.
If you can imagine the most stylistic, thought-provoking, cerebral science fiction show,
And somewhat dull, to be fair.
yeah, I mean, yeah, for a kid maybe. Going to if you can imagine Star Trek the motion picture every week, right? Going to
Strange New Worlds.
going to Creature from the Black Lagoon every week.
That's basically what happens.
That's basically Space 1999 Series 1 versus Series 2.
Yeah. And the difference? They brought in Fred Friedberger.
Yeah,
The
and
guy-
the only
The guy who
similarity
killed
being
Star Trek.
the only real similarity being that they both of them have human beings in them.
And honestly, I say we should watch the old Sid and Marty Krofft Land of the Lost.
Don't know that one.
No, neither do
I
I.
don't know that one.
No?
Oh, it's a Saturday morning cartoon or TV show. Wasn't a cartoon; it was a TV show.
Not Valley of the Dinosaurs.
Brian, do you remember an American TV show called Fantastic Voyage?
Yes.
We've discussed this, yes.
We did.
Yeah.
I'm debating whether to buy it on DVD because I have very strong memories when I was a child.
And you don't want those memories ruined, and there's
There,
always
there
that...
was a guy
How
with
badly do you want your childhood raped?
there was a guy with some kind of weird gun that would only work if he used his mind or something.
It was a tuning
Yes.
fork, love. It was a tuning fork.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
Probably shit.
All right, I now need to get out the other one of these, my invisible one. And...
You've got more of those than I have now. I've only got one. In fact, I was very lucky that Dalek turned up the day before your thingy. He wasn't due to come till the week after.
Oh, that was a bit of luck.
Yeah.
Yes, but you knew exactly what I was after.
I did.
It's an unnatural obsession, I will admit. This colour Dalek.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I've got enough now to do a little bit of a group shot.
Well, we've got three between us now.
Yeah. I heard rumours that possibly the new sets will be out tomorrow. The obvious delays with all the supply problems and everything else like that have caused this. Can't be helped. So I might tomorrow take a trip to my local B&M, but I've got a problem. I can only afford one set. Do I get the Daleks, or do I get the Hartnell with TARDIS? Ooh. I want that as well.
Get the Daleks because they will go immediately.
Do you know, I think you might be right. But I also think the Hartnell one will as well because of that police box, the modified police box.
Get the Daleks because they'll be on eBay for twice the price.
You're not wrong.
Does anyone remember another series called Otherworld?
Yes, I've watched it on YouTube.
I liked that one too.
That was
80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an 80s thing. Family in Great Pyramid.
Yes.
Conjunction of planets.
I always get Otherworld and Fantastic Voyage mixed up in my head for some reason. I don't know why. But I liked Otherworld.
Otherworld is good. I think I have a playlist for it.
Okay.
I appreciate we might be ending on a down here.
Right.
But could I just bring up the Star Trek thing?
What Star Trek thing?
They've taken Discovery off Netflix 2 days before it was due to air, and it's now being restricted to Paramount Plus, which
we don't have.
Lots of countries don't have access to. So basically, how do I put this?
We're fucked.
Yar, matey?
Yahar, matey.
Yar,
yeah,
matey.
Basically.
Arr.
And Paramount Plus, fuck you for being so bloody greedy. You earned it yourself. I was watching it quite legitimately, quite happily.
Can I make a slightly controversial statement here?
Hang on a second, Bri.
I'm for it. I'm okay.
All right, it's allowed. Go on.
I love TOS Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I love TNG.
Mm-hmm.
I like DS9.
Mm.
Voyager's okay.
Uh-huh.
Enterprise, haven't watched it all. Haven't watched it all. Discovery, watched series 1. Haven't watched any more since then.
Oh, it has got better.
I've watched a few episodes of the cartoon thing.
Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never watched Picard. I am because of my experience with Discovery Series 1 and the very fast and loose playing with the continuity. And yes, I'm a fucking continuity nerd. I'm not going to apologize for it. It's a fact. Deal with it. I am very averse to watching new Trek for that reason.
Continuity being essentially the fact that if the Federation had the spore drive, how come we didn't know about it, yeah?
Not just that. It's the total disparity in technology between Discovery, which is pre-TOS, and TOS.
Okay.
Which is why, to a degree, I'd struggle with Enterprise as well.
You need to see season 2 of Discovery because you will see the Enterprise 1701. No bloody A, B, C, or D. Under Chris Pike. And obviously they've had to do the setup and make it different. But there's enough there to make you go, oh yes. The whole thing about the spore drive is explained. Why the Federation don't have that. And this second series is fucking brilliant. They even start off one episode with a recap, however many episodes of Star Trek ago, and they've gone straight back to the menagerie and use clips from that because they go back to Talos 4 or Talos 5, whichever one it was. Serious season 2 of Discovery is worth watching. It is. Yet to know about. Season 3, not so much. But the one I really want, and I'm looking forward to, is Strange New Worlds. That I want to see. Who is musicking? So, fuck you, Paramount.
Yeah.
If you're going to
That seems
force,
fair
if you're
enough.
going to force people to break the law, it should be you that's charged.
It's like when Game of Thrones was first on, and I wasn't a fan of Game of Thrones at the time. I've never really been that into it. I haven't even watched the final series because I understand it's not that good.
No, I like the final series. Fuck the
but-
world.
I like it right up until the Battle of Winterfell.
No,
It's-
I love it. Great. Screw
it's like
the
what-
world.
What I was saying is, it's like when Game of Thrones was not available in the UK at all, giving people no option but to pirate it.
Yep.
You know, if you're going to lock content away behind a paywall or behind a paywall that you can't even fucking legally get to in this country, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's going to become a collapsing point for all the different streaming services.
Oh, they will all merge into one or into two or three. There are too many of them.
Yep.
People are not prepared to pay,
No.
£100 or $100 a month just to watch fucking TV.
Yep.
I totally agree.
People
Totally agree.
in the UK complain about having to legally have a TV license. You know, they're not going to want to be paying for 7 streaming services.
It's funny that. I mean, Russell T Davies made a marvellous speech pointing out everything the BBC does compared to what Netflix, HBO Max do. Or HBO, sorry. And it's a case of there's a little bit of new content, but most of it is reruns. Whereas the BBC, it's mostly fresh content. You've got all the regional programming. Then you've got
It's-
all the radio.
Yeah, local
It's-
radio and national radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much stuff it provides for. It's a bargain.
The trouble is, I mean, I personally would like to see the TV license means tested, so that the poorest people don't get, because it is a criminal offence not to have a TV license.
I'm not sure if it's criminal anymore.
I don't
think
know.
I think it's
It
been
also
down-
extends to a computer too now.
Yes,
I think it's been downgraded from a criminal offence.
what, to a plain civil one.
I think so. But yeah, what was I going to? There was a point I was going to make, and I've forgotten what it is now.
Welcome to my world.
Hey ho. Oh, what I was going to say was, there are 2 major institutions in this country:
The BBC and
the NHS.
yes,
Now, the trouble is, the BBC is not regarded in such a high favour these days anymore, which I think is a big shame.
yes, they've gone ratings chasing, and they shouldn't have done.
Well, the other thing is, do you remember? I mean, the government is always saying, "Oh, you're not very pro-government. You should be more pro-government." And yet, when the Labour government was in, they had exactly the same complaint levelled at them. Surely that means they're doing the good job.
Yes, exactly. I will say that the BBC has become a little bit more conservative of late. Some of the people are conservative peers who run it, and there's certain
The problem
people in the
is,
newsroom
is
who are.
the problem is that as pathetic and useless and fucking hopeless as the government is, the opposition is not credible either.
I'd agree with you. I agree with you.
So, in other words, to finish off my speech, vote Sinister.
I was about to go right there. I knew that was coming.
All roads lead to Sinister.
Oh, yes.
You are inevitable.
I am. Yes. I think Siobhan's dying.
Won't be the first time.
You made me
Or the
laugh with,
last.
with lungs full of smoke.
Oh,
That wasn't a good result.
right.
Yeah, I hear your sympathy. Thanks. Yeah.
Look, I've done being nice for the next year now.
Well, you did very well. I must profess. Friday night, bolt out of the blue like that. That I loved it. I felt like
And what
I
happened
was
was you
20.
said I suggested it. You said no, it's okay. Other people are coming. So I said to my wife, "You might as well put in your 3 hour long casserole." And I cooked tea for my son, and then it all changed again, and that's why she didn't eat anything.
I was trying to remember what she'd had. And anyway, I had a good chat with her. It was just lovely. It was so spontaneous, and it was going a distance, and I haven't done anything like that in years. And it was a lovely evening. We didn't upset the staff too much. We didn't ask the Genesis question, for example.
Oh, if you held in your hand.
Yeah, the Genesis question. That we tend to ask waitresses that.
We do.
Just lets you know whether to be a little bit wary of the food or not. It's simple.
Well, to be fair, she had a 2-year-old, so she already has the power to destroy all life as we know it.
Oh dear bod. Nice steak. Very nice steak. Nice drive home. I love that car. This afternoon it was bloody bitter. After Adam had gone from the cafe, I sat outside to finish my coffee off with a cigarette and whatever, and I was just, block of ice. So I just reached into my handbag, pulled out the phone, set the car heating, went off, did the bit of shopping I had to do, got to the car, warmth, put hands on the steering wheel. Oh, it's brilliant. And I have to admit, I was being observed by somebody whose mouth was hanging open. What are you doing? I'm just starting the heating on the car. You're kidding. I'm in the future. It's fun. The Gwedge stuff is moving apace. That was another of my presents, actually. I should have brought it up here. But I'm reading at the moment, and it's in a place where I know I can read it. Yes, Gwedge Down the Middle, it's called. Anthology of Christopher Gwedge stories, the companion from the New Adventures. There's the possibility of audio versions of these, not full cast audio, narrated audio with guest stars, one of whom, with luck, will be Katie Manning. But we're in the very, very early stages of looking at this as a company, so we'll see. But it'll be nice, quite frankly. Getting that blur in the corner of my eye again. That's annoying.
I'll ask a quick question.
I'm hoping you're going to just say it in a very silly, speeded up voice.
I was just looking at general feedback on tonight's Doctor Who episode.
Yes.
Some people, of course, never happy, but you know. Someone's put here the closest we'll ever get to a Quatermass crossover.
That's interesting.
I don't get. I mean, I know what the reference is. I don't. What's the similarity? Being underground.
I think he might be remembering the church scenes from Quatermass and the Pit.
Right.
I can sort of see it with the researchers, but
Yeah.
obviously if this was made in the 50s, it'd be a lot slower. And yes, Brian, do you need to be excused?
No, I have an issue.
Oh, sweetheart, I told you to keep rubbing the cream on.
No, I have a doggy sleeping between my feet and resting his head on my foot.
Can we see?
And I don't think so because I don't have Zoom on my phone.
Oh,
I've got to take one of my cats to the vets tomorrow. So I'm not looking forward to that. He's not well.
Oh.
My little ginger one, Neddy.
I'll see what I can do about throwing it into the
You there? Oh no, that's your
chat
picture.
for Discord. But I it's one of those things.
Yeah, that's going to cost some money. I suspect it's his kidneys. Let's have a look, shall we? At this photo.
oh, hello, dog.
Ah, it won't let me do that. So I've got to do this. That's Ace, boys and girls.
Yes. He is my puppy who is 13 years old.
And a good boy as he is too. Quite frankly.
He is a good boy when he's not peeing on the floor.
He's elderly. We all end up doing that.
I take care of him. I take him outside.
As you get older, your bladder loosens.
To be honest, his bladder is the size of a walnut, so he has to be walked like every hour to 2 hours.
Oh, goodness.
And if you don't, he doesn't care where he goes. He's at that age.
He's deserved it for being a good boy all those years.
Exactly. He's earned it.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's blind and he's deaf.
Oh.
So right now he's just chilling.
Is he any good at pinball?
No, he's not a wizard. You need opposable thumbs.
Okay.
You don't. You
He
don't.
does.
You don't need opposable thumbs to play a thimble.
Pinball.
Thimble?
You can just pull. You can just pull the plunger with your two fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's just a flat surface
Yeah.
with the paddles.
I'm just saying that deaf, dumb, blind kid sure plays the mean pinball.
We've just done more science.
You learn things on this show.
You do. You do.
We're
We're
educating
fucking
as well
brilliant.
as entertaining.
Yes.
Fucking brilliant we are.
This is why I say Neil deGrasse Tyson, come on the show. Bring it. What you got?
Brian, he's American. You're American. America's not a very big country. Surely you'll bump into him. Can you just ask him?
It's a fair
Next
question.
time I bump into him, I will ask him.
Please do. Please. That would be really
I want
great.
him to come on to the show and explain the science of Doctor Who.
And I want to ask my question.
You'd be better off with Brian Cox doing that because he's actually done a complete lecture about it.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean,
And everything's brilliant.
I
Look at
want
the
Neil
stars,
deGrasse
ain't they
Tyson to do
wonderful?
it because I also want to filter in why did you demote Pluto to
Is that like the
Not
physics of
planet.
Star Trek?
exactly?
Yeah, they did it was during the 50th anniversary. It was, I think it was at the Royal Institute or the Royal Scientific Institute, and he basically explained various Doctor Who science stuff with celebrities in the audience, you know. Must be nice being a celebrity and being a Doctor Who fan. You get invited to all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Galaxy 4 is out. Either of you got it?
Yes, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, right, fair enough. But it is out to go out and buy on DVD and Blu-ray. Fun documentary. Making
I've
of.
opened it. That's as far as I've got.
Well done, you. Yeah, well, we can't really talk about it then. I want you to watch it first. Remind me next week. We'll discuss it. Next week's Doctor Who is Survivors of the Flux. Next week's Doom Watch is, I mentioned it. I can't remember what it's called.
Can you get a hold of the BBC since you're there and tell them 1:30, 2 o'clock, not this 1:20 bullshit for starting it. Pick a time, stick to it.
Hang on.
Yes. It does suffer from being moved around like that, but that's been the case for many years, I'm afraid.
I almost missed it because of that.
Hmm.
was-
And I can't write them a letter because, I'm kind of nuts.
You can't write.
Get there.
Well,
Well,
right.
there's
So
that,
it's us,
is
is
that.
it? Right, okay.
There is that. I mean, functionally illiterate.
I mean, we could do that, Brian, but to be fair, the effect it would have
You don't want to?
would be negligible, to say the least.
But Siobhan,
Yes.
you're like this gigantic star upon which the Whoverse revolves around. Surely you could pull some strings.
Are you on drugs?
What? You're the most famous person we know.
You know Toby
That's true,
Haydock.
actually.
You know Toby
That's
Haydock.
what I'm
I
saying,
am not famous.
I don't talk routinely with Toby.
Well, neither do I.
I talk routinely with you.
Well, there we go then.
You're the most famous person I know.
But for what?
You're a celebrity.
Bollocks. But you're winding me up, you utter bastard. You know how much I hate that. Not being wound up, but that particular thing. Charlotte's being very, very inquisitive. Do you want to get up there? She came for a lap cuddle the other night. She hardly ever does that. Oh, I was so happy. Oh, there she goes. Right, short show this week, hour and a half, but there we go. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it?
Still here.
Well, that's good. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So what are you guys planning for this week?
Nicely done, Brian.
Thank you.
That's all right. Sin?
Well, I've just looked at my work calendar, and basically, it's completely chock from 9 till 5 every single day in meetings and calls. So, hooray!
Yeah, and
Siobhan?
you are the most sociable person I know. Right, me. I think I get my injection next Saturday for my booster. I think that's it. Oh, I have to go and charge the car.
There you go.
Talking about boosters, I've got a booster coming up soon. Hold on.
I gotta get a booster. They just okayed it for every adult in New York, so it's time.
That's wise.
And over here, we have Thanksgiving coming up this Thursday, where the Puritans, or as you over there know them, the Westboro Baptist Church of their time, were thrown out of Europe and came to America, and then promptly starved.
And their influence has never really left, has it?
No.
I mean, to be honest with you, we were kind of glad to get rid of them.
I don't blame you.
We honestly, it wasn't a case of we'll send them to America. It was just send them.
Yeah,
It was just
here's
a
a
case
boat.
of-
We don't care where you go. You ain't staying here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you still here? Oh, good, you've gone.
So we have
Right,
Turkey
on
Day
with the
coming up.
debauchery. Yes, you do. And
Much
then that,
football and parades and yams will be slaughtered.
What is a yam?
It's kind of like a sweet potato.
Right.
so I wouldn't like it.
So if you take a sweet potato and you
Don't like
bake it in an oven for about an hour at 450, and then you take it and you put like brown sugar on it and butter. Oh,
And that ends tonight's cooking segment.
Well, I was
oh
about
no,
to
no, no! I'll go into depth about my duck recipe if you guys want.
No.
Can you tell me what eggnog is?
Delicious and good. I have a quart in the fridge.
No,
There
you
were
notice he's
three-
avoiding the answer.
there
I
were
don't think
3
anybody
quarts.
actually knows.
I don't want to know. It's just delicious and good, and I'm
And-
okay with that.
What is the difference between ketchup and catsup?
Yes. Damn fine question.
Mispronunciation.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh.
And ketchup over here is free, pretty much given out at every meal.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I may continue my holiday tradition for Thanksgiving of going to Walmart right after dinner. You know, when people are lining up to get all those doorbuster deals and stuff, and making them move out of the way while I do my grocery shopping.
You're allowed to do that to go in.
It's fun. Oh, they line up everything all over the place, and they give out tickets. Excuse me. Could you move out of the way? Thank you very much.
Just be careful. Don't get an arsehole, yeah?
Oh, I used to do it with Ty. I used to take him when he was little, and we'd do it. It was like a Christmas tradition. Well, you have to replenish the stock in the house once you've eaten it all.
Yeah, of course you do. It's perfectly logical.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I got asked by a Walmart employee one year, "Do you have a ticket? Why, are the groceries doing something?"
I approve, quite frankly.
Fuck their rules.
Because I'm the person who'd walk the wrong way around IKEA.
And then something will, all of a sudden go on sale and people will be rushing. Where is it? Where is it? Boom, boom. Oh, look, turkey. Cereal.
The thing about Black Friday is it's a complete con. It's just the way of them getting rid of old stock.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible. It's awful. Have you guys seen the riots and stuff?
Yeah, oh, Christ, yeah, we get it over here now. We caught it off you guys.
I'm hoping it gets really bad this year because I kind of want to see it.
End.
I'm not going anywhere Friday.
I mean, if they had
Walmart.
a few deaths, maybe it might finish.
No, it wouldn't. The companies are too greedy.
Friday and Saturday, you don't go anywhere.
If you look at the people who do that, it's just blind greed.
Mm-hmm. You will see retail workers shell-shocked just wandering around.
Oh, yes,
Friday and Saturday.
post-traumatic stress.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Easily.
I remember when I used to work retail at the mall.
Brian.
I used to work at an arcade at the mall.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah, that's fun. People would drop off their kids and expect us to watch them. I don't give a shit about their kids.
Right.
They'd wander off, and then the parents would come in, well, why didn't you watch them? It's not my fucking job.
I'm walking here. Essentially.
It's not my job. Did you buy the tokens? Yeah, great, good, go do your thing. I don't care.
You couldn't do that over here. You couldn't do that over here. You'd be out of the door.
It was hilarious. I was working at the mall one Friday night, and some kid had to be like 12, maybe 13, maybe, came in with his buddy and two girls. And he had, the black nail polish and the eye makeup and the upside down cross and marker on his forehead and everything.
Oh, bless, he was really trying.
Dog collar and stuff. He was really trying really hard. About 2 hours later, I go to the bathroom because we didn't have one in the arcade. I had to go use the public one. And he's in the bathroom scrubbing the ever-living hell out of his forehead to get the marker cross off his forehead because his mom was here to pick him up.
I have nothing against the Goth Society. I happen to think that they look fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But some people do try it on a bit.
They used to have prom at the mall. They had this one.
There
was this one event level at the mall, the 6th floor. It was
I get
open
you. Yes. Yeah.
So the prom people would come in parading through food court.
Oh, no.
Now, this was the arcade. I was barely 20 years old. And along with the rest of my coworkers, we were mostly guys. So as they came by, we held up scorecards.
Oh, not what I was expecting.
It was very tasteful. There was, 10, you'll get some leg tonight for sure.
You see, when you said food court, I thought people might have started throwing food at them in all their finery.
No. That doesn't happen at food court. The most that happens at food court was two workers from the Wendy's next door tackled each other over the counter and then started going after each other with the plastic knives, trying to kill each other. Those things will cut flesh. You can't stab, but you can definitely slash.
And there's your useful tip of the day, folks.
Yeah.
Plastic cutlery. Yes, it can be a deadly weapon.
Just gotta get you right in the neck there.
You need a pointy stick, really. Oh, he's yawning.
He's yawning.
He's
We have to go.
yawning. It's Bagpuss time.
We've bored the emperor.
We bored
We're sorry, sir.
the ass off his hand. Right, so we shall go goodbye. We're more Blake 7 do much and stuff. Next Sunday. This Friday, we do have 2 fan dinosaurs returning with Revelation of the Daleks, providing Andrew hasn't had the hell of a week it sounds like he's going to have. So, fingers crossed, but we'll be here at 9 o'clock to do a commentary for part 1 of Revelation of the Daleks. We'll wait and see. Okay.
Saturday we have the RPG.
Oh, yeah, Saturday we have the RPG. Yep.
God help you.
I got a training exercise for Colin. Right, say goodbye, boys.
Bye,
Goodbye,
boys.
boys.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
If you would like to make your own John Levine, please send a stamp addressed envelope to Blue Peter, London Television Centre, Shepherd's Bush, London W12 8QT. Yeah, ballsed it up.